So, I don't know, going back to a deck that I used to enjoy quite a bit, which quite frankly hasn't really changed that much over the past few months. So I guess the addition of Leyline Binding is pretty big. These decks used to play Prismatic Ending, pretty big upgrade to Leyline Binding, but I mean, other than that change, this is basically the exact same deck that I played last year. So, and this deck did pretty well in, I think it was one of the challenges that it got top 8 in. So, wanted to give it a shot. So, we'll see how this goes. Bring me to light. A single play setup MH. I know. Outside of... Is Wrenn and Six the only Horizons card in this deck? So, what if we just cut the Wrenn and Sixes? 8 Mountains is Hell Sketch. Yeah, but you have 4 Dryads, and you have 4 Bring to Lights, and you're not really ever doing the thing unless you have Dryad anyways, right? Yeah, Vigor in the sideboard, Endurance too. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't know. I guess you could maybe play 1 extra mountain or something, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not the best at building these kind of Valakut mana bases. Like, outside of the mountains, I don't really know what you can afford to cut. You know, like if you look at these are our mountains, so it's these 8, right? So like you can't cut Valakut. I don't think you want to play less than 4 Valakut. You need, you know, a good healthy number of fetch lands for Wrenn, obviously. So this is, what, 9 fetches, which kind of makes sense. I guess you can cut, like, the Otawara or the Boseiju, maybe? Or the Breeding Pool or the Temple Garden. I think you want all 3 basics for Blood Moon. So it's like, only one of these 4 lands can realistically get cut. Soul of Windgrace. I see, like... I don't even know if that card's just better than playing the 3rd Omnath. Because you only have 1 actual black source, and it comes into play tapped, and you're not frequently fetching it that often. I guess unless you have Binding, but if you don't have Binding, you don't really want to fetch this that often. So, like, I can imagine situations where you draw Soul of Windgrace on turn 4 and just physically can't cast it. Absolutely cannot cut the Boseiju. Yeah, with Wrenn and Six, that makes sense. Like, Wrenn and Otawara is good too, so... I don't know. Play it as it lies. Play Growth Spiral instead of Wrenn and Six. What's up, Ride or Die? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, and then sideboards, like, you know, I guess with metagame trends kind of... reflective of that, you know, explosives for Hammer, Chalice for Cascade, Veil for Scam, Endurance for Living End and Dredge, Force of Vigor for Hammer Time, Spell Pierce for mostly for Cascade, but also just, you know, a good generic card. And then this for Rhino's Living... This card's good against Rhino's Living End and Creativity. So, this is like one of the better sideboard cards in the format right now. It's a good strategy. Alright, play first. 28 lands, by the way. Feels bad, man. They're the real hero. I mean, I don't know about all that, but... So, we can go Forest Sacred Foundry. So we'll go Grazer, put in Heath. And then Sacred Foundry, Wrenn, play the Heath again. Playing some of the good cards. Not all of them. Sacred Foundry. Switches to blue-white control as his pet deck in all formats. How about that? Looks like my opponent's playing that strategy, though. We're in for a snooze fest. Okay, worst card in my deck. Your turn. I guess if they ever go to Binding Wrenn and Six, I can bounce it. Which is kind of cool. Main deck Hallowed Moonlight? What is happening right now? What on earth is happening? Attack with Grazer? I probably should have. So I can get a Plains. I can still cast Omnath with this mana. What's up, Eccles? I know. Why attack with an 0-3? Because you have to say... Ooh, another Grazer? How can I possibly lose? Get back Otawara, I guess? I don't want to put the Otawara into play, though. Yeah, I'm just going to hold the Grazer. People you love. Yeah, Thursday's great. Maybe they saw Spike playing Greasefang and said, I'm not losing to that. Yeah. Oh, with the Hallowed Moonlights. I mean, I don't know. It's good against Archons. It's good against Rhinos. Good against Living End. But I don't know. I just don't really think it's a reasonable main deck card. Alright, we can't protect that one. Yeah, field is thankfully banned. And they probably have counterspell anyways. Wow, they don't have counterspell. Okay, bounce nothing. Just thinking if I want to play the Grazer. Oh, I can't play the Grazer. Whoops. Guess I shouldn't tap both my green sources. And it's also awkward because I can't go Grazer into Scapeshift unless I draw a green source. Should bounce Grazer for value. Well, if I had tapped like a not idiot, then that'd have been good. Oddly enough, they're not dead. Because the mountain count of my deck is only 8. This is fucking hilarious. I can't kill my opponent now because I don't have enough mountains in my deck. So this is kind of awkward. I guess it's your turn. Imagine not being able to kill your opponent because you have no mountains. I can kill them next turn, but not this turn. Okay. Instant speed verdict for content. Might have been fine. I mean, I could just instant speed the Scapeshift too, right? Like upkeep Scapeshifts. No reason to do it now. They clearly have something with 5 mana, so I'm just going to wait till they tap out. They have Shark. I will cast the Scape of the Shifts. Scooped. Should run Blood Moon. Yeah. Alright, Veil coming in. Pierce coming in. Verdict out. I don't know if I want Endurance just to have like a beat stick. Grazer sucks shit. F's in chat for Grazer. Could shave a Dryad. Chalice on 2. Considering that almost all the cards in my deck cost 2. Well, not all, but like, you know, the 2 is the highest of my mana cost. Yeah, poor Sloth. Never stood a chance. I'm gonna cut a Dryad. This deck needs more mountains. I'm fairly convinced. Okay, opening hand Scapeshift and Valki. But I do have turn 3 Teferi with Binding. Such a weird hand. I'm gonna try it. I fuck with it. Did I cut? I cut 1 Dryad. Just 1. I didn't know what else to cut, so. I think cutting 1's fine. Like, it's also, you get into these weird situations where, even if they don't have Counterspell, I'll play that. Even if they don't have Counterspell, it's really awkward to, like, go for Scapeshift with a Dryad in play if they have 1 mana, because they can just fucking Binding your Dryad, and then it's kind of awkward. So, like, you don't really want to rely on Dryad in the post-board games. Just gonna make him have it. They didn't have it last game, so. Binding seems weak. Well, they have Teferis, they have Jaces, they have their own bindings too, so you can just fight over their bindings. Maybe trimming 1 is good. I could see trimming 1 being fine. Kind of wish I had a Veil of Summer here. I think I'm still jamming, but I don't expect this to resolve. Maybe I'm supposed to Valki first. Okay, well that's good. So if they Binding, I'll probably also Binding. They did not have Binding. That's good. So they have Solid Dude. Can beat a Solid Dude. Just want to get green sources. So we'll get, I guess, another Ketria. Then I can still cast double Binding if I absolutely have to. Yeah, and then this is probably just going to be like Cycle Triumph plus Binding. Alright, they have the best card in the format. I forgot about Castle Vantress. Wait, this has to be a George DeBoer list, right? Because they have 2 castles. Nobody in their right mind would ever play 2 castles. Except for George motherfucking Jabor. Would me. Smile. Alright, go. We're chillin'. We're bing chillin'. Shark Typhoon? Okay, I mean, I guess it's kind of awkward because they can fire a Paul. 6, 7. Are they 1, 2, 3? Oh, I have the stupid fucking mountain problem again. I guess if they haul, I can just Valki, which I guess they could subtlety, but I also want a Binding there because it means I don't have to discard, which is kind of cool. I guess I have plenty of lands to discard, but I need to stop fetching mountains. I keep doing that without thinking, but yeah, I need to stop fetching mountains. Because the second time I've just been in a spot where I don't have enough mountains in my deck to kill them. Just stop doing that. I mean, I needed to fetch this one for black. I did not need to fetch this one, though. Okay, we drew Dryad, which is nice. That's also good. I think I want to bait a counter spell with Expressive. I unironically think the Dryad's more important to resolve than Expressive. Okay, hand, bottom, exile. Now we can go Dryad. It's probably going to get countered. Alright, so this is kind of cool. Because if they have Binding, I can Binding their Binding. Okay, they have Wear Tear. Damn it. I was hoping they would have Binding there. Because if they cast Binding, I could just Binding their Binding with the Dryad trigger, with the Valakut trigger still in the stack. See you later, JS. Have a good one, buddy. I think I remember 10 to 11 mountains was the right number in the old school blue-green Scapeshift days. Yeah, 8 is just so few. It's way too low. Like 10, I think, is maybe the least amount that you can probably get away with, right? Yeah, that fizzles the Valakut triggers because I don't have enough mountains in play. But if they had Binding and they go Binding my Dryad, and then I still cast the Binding in response to the Valakut triggers, they would fully resolve because it would check when I have mountains. You know, you're gonna let me ultimate Wrenn and Six. I mean, sure, I guess. Why not? All right, how about I cast Expressive Iteration? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think we go Veil to hand, Dryad, exile, because I don't want them to know about the Veil. And then we can go play Dryad, dig for a Tef. Yeah, I guess. Guess if they have a removal spell, I can fetch in response. Again, same thing though. If they have Binding, this is so good for me. They have a second Wear Tear? I'll fetch again. Again, I want to keep mountains in my deck. So we'll dome them for 6. And then Wear Tear is going to resolve. Those fizzle. And the question is, do I even cast the other Expressive? I think I just hold. Yeah, I think I just hold. Like, I have so many cards in hand, I can afford to wait with the Wrenn and Six emblem. I mean, you say that, but you never know. Something weird could happen. The number of spells in hand just went up dramatically. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of surprised they didn't try to haul the Wrenn and Six. I mean, it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. If they tap out to haul the Wrenn and Six, then they just lose to my hand. And as opposed to holding up mana and just losing to the Wrenn and Six anyways, so. Not really much they could do there. I'm not going to cycle here because I'd rather have an Expressive Iteration than a random card. I go over spoilers. There wasn't much from today, so I didn't think it was worth it. I guess I Iteration first. Let's try to find Teferi. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Red, white. Oh, wait, this is really bad. I can just play my forest first, I guess. Green, white, red, blue. Because I can't actually Omnath hold up Veil, because I have enough green mana. Whoa! Snapcaster Mage. Sheesh. Like Boseiju. I wanted to keep the second Omnath if they answered the first one. How many Dryads are left? We have 2 Dryads left. Dose Dryads. Luster Storm. Sure. Okay, I mean, this is all fine. They have 2 cards. Alright, resolves. This is quite the blue-white control list. Multiple castles, multiple Wear Tears, Snapcaster Mage, Mystic Gate, Shark Typhoon. This is as classic as blue-white as you'll get. Yeah, I could just cast the Valki too. Definitely not gonna cast Binding. Okay. I could honestly just cast Valki to check and see if they have a counterspell. Oddly enough, I kind of like that play. Yeah, I just want to see what's up in their hand. There's no shot I'm casting Tibalt here and tapping that much mana. I guess I could go like Tibalt with Veil up, but I just want to see what they have. So they have Flusterstorm. So if Flusterstorm is the only thing I have to play around, and oh, I guess they have Blossoming Calm for Scapeshifts. Yeah, well, it doesn't kill me. I mean, I'm just gonna play Omnath. So they can cycle Fire Ace in response to try and find a counterspell, but they know about the Veil. I guess I Veil, they Fluster. I don't have another land in hand. Let's play Fetch. Trigger this homie. Play Wrenn. And they're super dead. I could just click buttons at random at this point. Sick. Alright, cool. Once the Wrenn ultimate, the game was over. Which is kind of why I'm surprised. I think their best bet that game was honestly just like... Okay. Wrenn Binding Fetch Land. I'm good. Good with that. I think I even go Savai Triome first. Yeah, we are playing Mox Grazer. Lord's Dane! Thank you so much for the 27 months. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. Yay. I think it's still Savai Triome. Can go Savai Triome into... Let's see what they do. Might Temple Garden downtick. Probably get a Temple Garden downtick. Downtick is maybe now a little sketchier. But the issue... So my issue here, if I go Breeding Pool... Oh, man. This is a rough spot. If I go Wrenn and Six downtick and they bolt me, it's like not that hard for them to just turn on Delirium. Could go tap... I could go tap land plus Binding, maybe. That might be a better line. Pierce 100%. Yeah, I guess that's fair too. But like, if I cast Binding and they pierce it, I guess the issue is like, I cast Binding, they pierce it, then they flip the Channelers, and then my Wrenn doesn't do anything anyways. Well, you showed up a little bit too late for that Absolute Rage. Yeah, I guess just Triumph Pass is fine. And they're not going to cast a spell in a turn, but maybe hope they do. Might just take 2 and end step the Binding. I do feel kind of pressured into using my mana here, I think. Yeah, I'm just going to cast Binding. So hopefully they don't have like Spell Pierce plus Counterspell. Then I probably lose. Well, the problem with Wrenn, Todd, is what if I go... Like, if I Wrenn, do you just snap down tick? Because what if they have Bolt? Or they could also have, like, Heat my Wrenn in response. It's just like, there's a lot of things that could go wrong with that. Especially with the 2 Channelers in play. I mean, I'm just going to play Dryad now and hope they don't have a removal spell, I think. Only had 2 types. Well, the instant is the 3rd, you know what I mean? It's not that unlikely. If they have an instant, then they still get 2 looks at the 4th type, right? 17. Yeah, I think I just got to jam Dryad here. Maybe playing the Fetch was bad. Because if the Dryad somehow sticks, then I would rather keep the Fetch land around. Is Phage good in Modern these days? No. Screwed against a lot of stuff. Wrenn is actually bad now, and now we're... Yeah, I guess that's fair. Maybe you're right. They just have to hope they don't have it. Yeah, waiting does make the Wrenn so much worse. His name is, in fact, John Cena. I guess getting an island last turn was actually better, because then I could go Iteration, hit Binding off the Iteration, and play a tap land from hand. Whereas now, if I hit Binding, I have to shock for the Temple Garden. Maybe that was worse. Cowboys deck and Zeke, yeah. I'm more sad about Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard's injury looked really bad. What about Deathcloud? Main Phase Lightning Bolt. Why are they casting Main Phase Lightning Bolt? I don't get it. Just -3 kick W. Alright, bet. Red, blue. Oh, Snuggles? Yeah, I don't know if Snuggles is here. The Deathcloud guy. Does it feel like to be a go? More true that Dak and Seek stink. Yeah, I don't know. Would have been good if we're not just fucking dead. I can't even play the fetch land. Because they have 6 power in play. We're not technically dead. Bolt side on fetch. Well, wouldn't they rather just keep that information hidden? Because, like, if I don't know they have a bolt, maybe I fetch. You know what I mean? What's up, Turtle Power? Yeah, Snuggles. Snuggles has some real life obligations. Recently had a kid. I don't understand the reason. Yeah, I gotcha. Alright, they simply will have nothing for the next, I don't know, 4 turns. Just literally nothing. Anyone know what day 1 goes live on Moto? I think it's live next Wednesday, I want to say. I think Iteration's a trap in this deck. And the card's just too powerful. You can't not play it. It's way too good. Alright, how do we board against Murktide last time? I don't like Explosives because it's bad against Murktide itself. I like Endurance, and I think we liked Veil. I think we wanted to shave a Binding, cut the Grazers, and trim an Omnath. Could also just go down to 1 Omnath. Because Grazer is good at blocking Ragavan. Could also go like 2 Veil, 2 Grazer. Maybe that's better. I don't know if I like Chalice. I think Veil is better at fighting over counterspells than Chalice. Because, like, if you have Chalice in your deck, you can't really afford to have Veil. And also, you can't afford to have Grazer either. So, like, if you turn 2 Chalice, if they turn 1 Ragavan and your play is turn 2 Chalice, like, it's just, you're still just going to lose that game. Imagine asking her what she wants for dinner. Can't do that. I don't know, I'll keep. The issue is, without Bobble, you can very rarely double spell and land drop at the end turn 3. Yeah, it's not a turn 3 play. You have, like, Dryad and Teferi for that. It's like a turn 4 play. Because you have a lot of 2s. Or it's just, like, good at hitting land drops, because your deck is so mana hungry, you know? I know, how do I always have the 1 Scapeshift in my opening hand? Every time. Kept the 1-lander? You'd love to see it. Sure. How does your Ragavan beat a 2-4 opponent? How can you beat a 2-4? I can't beat a 2-4. Just get Forest to kind of play around Bloodmoon a little bit. I mean, I'm still just going to get dumpstered if they have it, but... Dude, if they Flame Slash me, I can't... You can't expect me to pay if they Flame Slash me. Just never paying. Should probably tap a little bit better. Blue, red. No shot up casting Omnath into counterspell. I'm just going to go Expressive Veil. Get fucked. Yeah, green-red iteration. Second Valakut's nice. Yeah, this is the challenge, 75. I think I want the iteration for next turn over Teferi. So let's go iteration, bottom, exile, play Valakut, breeding pool tapped, Dome Ragavan, Dome you. I think I'm still not going to attack. I mean, if they spend their turn Ragavanning me, it's not that bad. Yeah, that Veil's pretty good. Aren't they dead? Well, I mean, they could have a counterspell, right? If they hold up counterspell, they're not dead. Now they're probably dead. Yeah, when the good die young. There's another band I want to go see. But I swear... I did just see them... When I saw them last... I think it was last April. But I want to see them again. This is like the one band that I will never, ever miss a show for. I will go to every single show that's local. There's a new mono red list. Did you see the one that we played yesterday, Card Bros? It was mono red with 4 Galvanic Blast, 4 Shrapnel Blast. I think Spike played it a while back, but people are kind of more into it now. Just going to do this first and see if they have heat. If they have heat, that's going to change my play. Okay, well, they obviously don't have heat. Unless they just want me to YOLO Valakut. Whatever. I'm just going to float a bunch of mana. I guess I should... No, if I iteration first, they can pierce me. So green, blue, red, green, red, blue, green. I'm just going to do this. Yeah, I think it not only... It won the challenge, and then also got somebody... There was 2 in the same top 8 for that mono red deck. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, I played it yesterday. Found a version of 8 Blast dating back to 2018 by Saffron Olive for Budget Magic. Was that the one that had Vault Scourge and Cranial Plating? That might have been the person I played against. Sam didn't win the challenge. The challenge was actually won by Caleb. Yeah, I saw Sam was playing Swiss Spear over Bomat. I mean, I can't condone that because the Bomat slander, but, you know. Did Caleb lose in the finals? I thought Caleb won. I can't remember. Maybe Caleb lost. That deck's sick, though. I like it a lot. Am I crazy for wanting Pending over Grazer? No, not at all. I mean, they're both good against Ragavan, but the thing about Grazer is, like, it's better against Dash Ragavan, and it's also, like, plays into your game plan, which is you just want to hit all your land drops. So I don't know. If you're going to play the challenge list, I think that the light up the stages should almost 1000% be Breach. Like, I can't imagine a world where you would want to play... I can't imagine a world where you would want to play... light up the stage over Breach. You want to explore over EI? I don't know about that. Bring it back down. I block. Ooh, ooh. Somebody told me you had a boyfriend. Look like a girlfriend. This cover is so good. Still blocking. I am still blocking. I don't want to cast DI this turn. So the reason I don't want to cast DI is it's bad if they have Pierce, because I can't really afford to play my land first. Given that I want to be able to hit a land off of it, potentially. And I could just wait till next turn and still hold up, you know, Pierce plus Binding. Or pay for Pierce plus Binding. Now I could even bait the Pierce if I want to. I'll let them loot. And if their last card's Pierce, then whatever, that's fine. Because I'm just going to bury them with iterations. Pierce me. Pierce me. Counterspell. Cool with that. I mean, that's the card in the format that it's best against, right? It's just like, it is the best possible card. One of the best possible cards in the format against Monkey. Ooh, Dryad Valakut, huh? Those are good. Hand, bottom, exile. Yeah, they get to loot, I guess, but whatever. You have nightmares about Grazer? Second deck or cube before it's over? I have a plan later, you'll see. I kind of just want to kill Shredder. Yeah, I don't give a shit about Ragavan. I'm spewing off a little bit of damage here, but I think it's fine. So I have a backup deck, and what I think I'm going to do is after this league, I'm going to put a poll up, and I'm going to show you, I'll show you a screenshot. It's got a portion of the backup deck. So you're going to vote for running it back with this deck, the screenshot, which is the portion of the backup deck, or cube. So you'll see. Yeah, I guess we lead with that. White, red, blue. So that way if they have heat, okay, they're just dead. Bounce this. Can iterate. Guess we go hand, bottom, exile. This is not quite enough damage, right? It's 12, 14. A little bit short. Could I have killed them? I don't think I could have killed them, right? I think I was a little short. Yeah, the backup deck could literally be anything. I mean, I feel bad for kind of debating you last night with the backup deck, where it was just like, you know, you voted for the backup deck and it was just Pioneer Rakdos, so. Oh, I could have bounced Grazer, but then they just chump block, right? But then it's 6 more damage, so. Yeah, I guess you're right. I might get punished too. Kill the Dryad here. Yeah, I could have bounced the Grazer. You're right. It's the backup deck stinky poopy modern too. The backup deck is modern, yeah. I will say that. Wait, I should have cycled the Veil. Oops. Yeah, I should have cycled the Veil. They're not dead. And go. How many mountains I have in play? 1, 2, 3. I'd cycle Veil with Raugrin. Oh, I needed to float green, you're right, yeah. Okay, so cycle this. Funny enough that I don't think that kills them, right? Wait, no, just get Scapeshift. Yeah, I just get Scapeshift. Okay, we're good. Blue, red. Need to actually tap the right mana. White, red, green, blue. Alright, we did it. We did the thing. For some reason, I was thinking we didn't have enough mountains, but it's fine. Because we have enough lands in play. There's plenty of things that probably should go in Pioneer before any card out of Rakdos. Is this more Resident Sleeper Murktide? Chatting. Burley said nothing in Rakdos needs to go before so many cards. What do you mean? Nothing in Rakdos needs to go. I'm saying that there are other cards that could potentially be banned before anything in Rakdos. That was the point that I'm making. And I stand by that. Fable is among the top cards. I don't think it's before Karn. I definitely don't think it's before Karn. Okay. Oh. I applied multiple. Karn, Nykthos. Match 1 was also Murktide. Just mono Murktide. Or no, match 1 was blue-white control, right? We played against Murktide twice in the first league, but... Yeah, Elish Norton and Enchanties is going to be sick. Or talking Pioneer. I mean, Murktide's just... It's just incredibly boring. The gameplay in Murktide is just not... It's not that good. It's just like... I don't know. It's just the same game over and over again. When's the new set dropping? Next Wednesday. Murktide players also, similar to blue-white control players, just feel like they're incredibly smart, you know? And it's like, the reality is, yeah, you just cast your cards and it works out. Don't call Andrew out like that. Fair. Poor Andrew. It's fine. Andrew will be okay. Is one fully spoiled yet? I think so. There might be a couple of cards left, but if anything, it's not that many. Any standouts from the new set? I don't want to, you know, give any spoilers, but I'll have my Pioneer top 10 up soon. I'm gonna try and get it up this weekend, I think. I don't really want to cast the Verdict yet, so let's just iterate here. Okay, Dryad Binding is nice. It's kind of awkward though, because I actually can't cast the Binding here. Huh. If I had played my island first, I could have. This is awkward. Well, here's the other issue with taking Valakut Dryad. Is if I take Valakut Dryad and play Valakut this turn, I can't cast Verdict. Because I need to play this. Maybe I can just play it slow. Yeah, I could probably just play this slower. Can, like, let them have that for a turn. It's not that big of a deal. You'll leak. You're not going to leak anything. Find Pioneer to be extremely boring lately. Yeah, I kind of could see that. But, like, I kind of also feel that Modern is similarly boring. I think both formats are just kind of mid right now. Need a little shake-up. Yeah, I kind of agree. Both formats are getting a little bit stale. So you're just kind of trying to find the better of the two evils, I guess, if that makes sense. Okay, untap White Horse's Pog. I think I'm just going to slam Wrath. Simply take a break. It's hard to do that when you're a content creator. You can't just, like, stop streaming for a week. You know what I mean? Just take a break, 5 Eddie says. Like, you just can't do that. What's the blue-white card? Well, you're about to find out. It kills all their shit. Does that give you a hint? Or do I want to get countered? Probably Omnath. TBH. Could just go Omnath Valakut and then slam Dryad next turn. I could even bait another counter spell. That's interesting. I think I'm going to bottom that. Yeah, I'm going to bottom that. And then I can try to bait counterspell with Iteration next turn. Which, if they have a counterspell, they're almost certainly counter. Dude, Enchanties is going to get so much better with Elish Norn. I am super excited to play that card in Enchanties. Okay, let's lead Iteration. Yeah, lead Iteration. They did not counter the Iteration. Was not expecting that. So maybe I just bounce the Murktide this turn. And go Bring to Light to hand. play the Valakut and just try to set up next turn. Yeah. Oh, I don't have blue mana. Oh my god, I don't have blue mana. I thought I had an extra blue. That was bad. I thought I had an extra blue. I guess there's a chance I didn't have a counterspell. Yeah, the Triomes do get confusing. I mean, that's just my own fault, right? Like, guess I try and kill the Murktide. Did I do a heat? Am I dead anyways? Well, now I'm dead, but... No, if I had just played the island from hand, I could have bounced the Murktide and not died that turn. You know? What did we do last time? 2 Veil, 2 Endurance, boarded out a Binding, 2 Omnath, and a Grazer. Could have just played BTL. I guess I could have done that too, but the point is I should have played the island from hand, right? That was the point. No, I think Chalice is bad. I think Grazer and Veil are both better. Like, Chalice does not stop Counterspell, you know, and the best thing that Veil does is fight over Counterspell. I think you only want Chalice for the Cascade matchups. Again, I'm no expert at this deck. I have no idea if that's correct, but that's at least my read on the situation, so. Could have registered Delvers. Well, I'm 2-0 right now. If I registered Delver, I'd probably be 0-2. Song's a banger. The Valakut trigger check mountains as well. Yeah, it does. We go Savai Triome first. Wrenn. Wrenn this fucker. Come on. Hit okay. Hit okay. I want to see if I draw Wrenn. I'm going to Wrenn the shit out of him. Come on. Pause champ. Pause champ. Is Mono Green dominating again? Yeah, not even close. It's actually kind of fell off. You know, plus L plus ratio. Mono Green has had a couple of bad weeks. Yeah. Rakdos is far and away the most played deck. Common Rakdos W. The problem is the Hippo decks are so bad against green. Like, I have tried so many different iterations, and I've yet to find a configuration that is even, like, competitive against green. So, if you can find it, you let me know. What's good in Modern? I don't even know. I don't really play Modern anymore, so... Your guess is as good as mine. They have Subtlety to flip the Channelers. Oh, I guess it doesn't because they already have Shredder in the graveyard. 3 spells, am I right? I don't even think that's good enough anymore. I mean, Murktide's good, it's just boring as fuck. Who's favored in Lotus Field versus Mono Green? I always thought that Lotus Field was a slight dog, but it's a close matchup. Kind of depends on the specifics of the Mono Green list. I think we should call it a quarter pounder with cheese. Chef, thank you for the 9 months, bunny. First name quarter, middle name pounder, last name cheese. Red, blue, iteration. Okay, we found binding, so we get to keep playing. It's nice. I think I want to take... Do I want the Dryad or the iteration? This is going to get exiled for sure. I mean, if I'm casting Bring to Light next turn, maybe I want the Dryad to set up the Bring to Light. I'm just trying to think if, I might not have time for that. I guess I'm probably going to BTL for Verdict next turn to kill the Channelers. Maybe the best play after that is another iteration. So let's go hand, bottom, exile, cast the Binding, kill the Tide, play this tapped. Yeah, you probably have to BTL for Verdict next turn. Not sure it's going to be good enough, especially if they 6 us here. They are doing. Jim on Angels with 2 Deafening Silence and Redain on the board and still lost to Lotus Field. Yeah, that matchup is kind of tough because the Angels deck isn't the best at clocking. It's like a turn 5 deck at best. And their disruption also is outside of specifically Deafening Silence, is pretty, a little expensive. And the Lotus Field deck has just access to so many Boseijus with Sylvan Scrying and stuff, so it's not that hard for them to answer enchantment and artifact-based permanents. Are there any cards in Rakdos with the chopping block? Are they doing... I don't think so. Some people think Fable, but I don't know if I buy that. Maybe. Fable's probably the only one, though. Yeah, if I bring to life for Verdict, they just dash the Ragavan. Can go Dryad, Iteration, Binding. Yeah, I'm dead. Damn it. Can I please not play against Murktide again? Pretty please. It's just like it's just not interesting. Just let me play against literally anything else, please. I beg. Maybe I'd play more Modern if people stopped fucking playing Murktide. It is an incredibly boring deck. Last night we played against a good variety of decks. Yeah, and I was like relatively happy last night, but tonight's just been literally all Murktide. And it's like the deck is just not remotely interesting or fun to play. Interesting? I don't know. Doesn't sound interesting to me. Decisions maybe matter a little bit more, but I don't know. I would never touch Murktide with a 10-foot pole. It's just so boring. But, you know, if you want to play it, that's fine. Just not my thing. Ooh. Again, agree to disagree. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. I mean, if you want a dono for stock Murktide, just, like, go to Menguchi's stream, you know? Somebody who, like, would actually enjoy it more. I guess you don't even have to dono for Menguchi. He plays it every fucking week, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wouldn't have a good time. I guess we Tef? Yep. Mengu even throws in Delvers every so often. Yeah, that's dope. Thank the Lord we're not playing against Murktide again. For Modern was me playing Storm trying to beat the pod players hate. Yeah. I mean, every card in the Murktide deck is broken. Ragavan is also broken. Chandler is also broken. Every card in that deck is broken. Expressive Iteration also broken. Okay, Rhinos. Thankfully they can't kill Teferi, which is nice. They can put it to 1. Counterspell also broken. It's not broken. It's powerful, but it's not broken. I wonder if I just play a second Teferi here. I actually kind of like that play. It seems kind of weird, but if I well, because they could have a second Fury. I'm trying to think of how I get punished if I don't play second Fury uptick. Yeah, I mean, again, it's all opinions. I didn't say your opinion was wrong. You can play Omnath. So if they have land, yeah, I guess I can't really get punished for playing Omnath, right? It's probably fine. Land do I want? I get Plains. No, Plains is bad if I draw Iteration. Get like Sacred Foundry, maybe? I don't want to go that low though. White, green, blue, red. Let's get Plains. This is also like a much different Teferi Omnath deck than the other Teferi Omnath decks. I agree. I think playing against 4-color elementals is boring as fuck, but this is like actually trying to win the game in a, you know, meaningful time frame. So it's just not the same deck. They have a second Fury, they're trading 4 cards for a Tef. Yeah, that's fair. And I still have the Omnath in play, and I could like Tef, bounce a Rhino, binding another Rhino, maybe still be in a fine spot. Alright, well, now they probably lose. So they're not even representing Otawara. Guess we just go Wrenn, get back a land. Leave the fetch land in place so I can dome them with the Omnath next turn. Why did they Fury me? I don't really know. Maybe they thought Teferi only had 4 loyalty for whatever reason, and they thought they were gonna be able to go Fury into Shardless Agent. It's the only thing I could think of. I don't really have any other reason. Who was it that said Mountain when they were asked to pick a card they would want to ban? I mean, Mountain does cast Ragavan, so Mountain do be casting Ragavan. Oh, I'm definitely not on the Spirit Cat should be unbanned. Spirit Cat is a joke. I can't agree with that statement. That I'm not down with. Do we even dome them? Kind of just, yeah, I guess doming them is fine. I guess their play is Otawara into Cascade Spell. Just like kind of whatever, right? 10. Yeah, we can just dome them. I actively don't want to put mountains into play, though. It's the problem. Because then I'm like, I don't know if I have enough mountains in my deck to kill them. I guess with them at 10, it's probably fine. Yeah, it's probably fine. SSG is Simian Spirit Guide, saying it's similar power level, but they won't touch all these egregious cards. Yeah, sure, it's like, I guess that's fair. It's probably of similar power level to some of the cards that are legal in the format. It's just doing a lot more nonsense. You know, at the end of the day, as much as we want to complain about, you know, Ragavan and Wrenn and Six and Iteration, all this stuff, it's like, these are all fair cards. You're never doing anything fair with Spirit Guide. Be against a Ragavan ban, own a playset paid way too much for, don't want them to be worthless. It's just, that's the trade-off, you know? If they kill my Omnath, kind of rude. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna Binding the Fury. Because I didn't need to cast the Binding now, but I'm gonna cast it anyways. Might as well. Yeah, even like turn 1 Chalice or turn 2 Blood Moon with Spirit Guide is just like, just not really that, not really where you want to be. Blue, red. I'm gonna cast Iteration first in case I hit BTL. If I Teferi first, I can't hit BTL, and there you go. So let's go Dryad to hand, this bottom, this exile. Play fetch. I guess no, I have to play fetch, right? Yeah, I gotta play fetch. I can get island though, so it's fine. Blue, green, white, red, white. Done. So they have to force this. Miss lethal. Well, I mean, I could just. Oh, right. Yeah, I could just do this without playing around force, right? Could just go Dryad, Valakut. Yeah, okay, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I could have just went Dryad, Valakut fetch, which plays around force negation. This was also lethal, but it doesn't play around force, so yeah, you're right. Yeah, I was the one doing Pure Modern, and I plan on doing another Pure Modern tournament towards the. I don't know. With Philly, it's kind of awkward. I wanted to do it the last weekend of February, but it kind of messes with Philly, so we might have to push it off till the first week of March. But yeah, I still want to do another Pure Modern tournament. I thought that was really good. My line played around Slaughterback, true. Yeah, I thought Pure Modern was awesome when we did it, so I'm excited to do it again. I thought it was a good time. Plenty of awesome decks that people brought. Yeah, it was great. Modern as Garfield intended. Could even play Tef first. I play Valakut. I play a land. Yeah, Pure Modern is modern without the supplemental sets. So no Horizons 1, no Horizons 2. People got confused the first time. That includes reprints. Because somebody registered a Lava Dart. Don't do that. Do not register Lava Dart, please. I think. Do I cut all the bindings against them? Grazer's definitely bad. Yeah, we were watching Corey's feature match, and he just cast a Lava Dart, and I was just like, come on, Corey, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me, Corey? We like trim a Wrenn and Six, maybe? Could go down to one Omnath. It's kind of mid against Fury. And they have Binding, too. Although they might be Teamer. Tarnishing your last name with losing. Maybe they'll still get the match, though. Yeah, I know. Wouldn't mind a Wrenn ban either. Ban is too good. Triumphs did. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing, too, is like, this card's fucked up. But it's the Triumphs that make this card fucked up. Should honestly run suspended modern tournaments like one without Rag, one without Breach, see what the format would look like. Maybe, yeah. Well, is it really that hard, though? Because we could just say the format is modern. It's just like the way that modern is, but Ragavan's banned. You know, we could do tournaments like that. I gotta cut one more card. I'm gonna trim a Wrenn and Six in the draw. Alright, deck tech for Tonber. What do you got for me? Tonber says, this deck will lose to Rakdos. Oh, this is the deck you were talking about yesterday, right? Keep this. Wrenn and Six plus Chalice. I vibe with it. I guess we can't cast the Wrenn and Six, huh? I mean, 28 land deck, it'll be fine, right? What could go wrong with this hand? If you have to ban a card to shake up both Modern and Pioneer the most. So if I could only ban one card that I think would shake up the format the most, I think it would be Ragavan in Modern, and so it's Pioneer is kind of a weird answer because I don't actually think a Karn or a Nykthos ban would shake the format up a ton, because the mono green's numbers have been like steadily decreasing. I honestly think the ban that in Pioneer that would shake up the format the most is probably Fable. Not that I think it's the correct ban. I think Karn is like a more powerful card, and maybe is more egregious. But I think Fable would shake up the format a lot more. Maybe Shieldred too, but less decks play Shieldred, right? It's the thing. Shieldred is also like a 4-mana card that dies to Fatal Push, whereas Fable does not die to Fatal Push because they just get infinite value even if you Fatal Push it. We ban the Evoke element to cycle before Ragavan. Well, the chatter said you get to ban one card. I'm assuming I don't get to ban a whole cycle, right? So green, red, so Temple Garden, and then we have blue. The other line is just like Island, Chalice, hold up Spell Pierce. What if I just did that? I think that's better. Just play red next turn. Because I can play red next turn and hold up Spell Pierce. What decks play Fable and Pioneer outside of Rakdos? Creativity. I'm trying to think. Let me go back. Some Gruul Boats list play it. I personally don't think it's that good in Gruul Boats, but some of them do play it. We can see what else plays it. So, of the top decks, Gruul, Rakdos, some Phoenix lists play it. Rakdos Sacrifice, all of the Fires decks play it. What else we got? Yeah, the Drake's deck. Sometimes Phoenix plays it. Like I said, both Fires decks, both Karuga and the other Fires deck. Creativity. I think Mono Red even plays it. Is it Pyromancer? Yeah, okay. It's in a lot of decks. Yeah, Mardu Greasefang too. I was thinking of like, top 10 or top 12 decks, but not some of the more fringe stuff. I guess I should probably fetch now. Yeah, Big Red plays too. I mean, there's plenty of fringe decks that play it. And that's the other thing too. It's like the glue that holds a lot of the fringe decks together. I'm gonna get Raugrin here. Hot take, Ragavan is good for Modern. Why do you think it's good for Modern? I just think it puts way too much pressure on some of these decks. And by some, I mean it basically puts all pressure on every single deck to have removal spells on turn 1. I don't think that's a good place to be. Just like the terms of engagement are just looks to be a necessary evil. I don't really think it's necessary though. It's just evil. I get nervous when I talk to Subway employees. Every time I show up to Subway, I have a foil copy of Asmo, and I ask them if I can, I just basically show, it's like the, Subway members card or whatever, but they never accept it. And then I try to swipe it on the card machine, it doesn't work. There's got to be something wrong, I should probably call my my credit card company. Seth with the gifted sub. Thank you for the gifted sub. Much appreciated. The gifted footlong. Yeah, I know, right? Extra lettuce. Extra lettuce. I don't even want lettuce to begin with. Let me listen to my favorite Pop Goes Punk song. Alright, I gotta find out what my favorite is. There's a lot to choose from. Let's see. There's so many bangers. So many bangers. I'm looking at the Spotify playlist. God, there's so many. I kind of want to just listen to this whole playlist now. It's a 7-hour playlist. We got time. Alright, I found it. It's in the queue. What do you think it is? What game is Romans? Might be. Fuck you, and you, and you. Is this not on Punk Goes Pop? I don't think it is. Might not be. Nobody in chat has said it yet. I mean, I do have a Weak Game as Roman shirt on, so it could be. Cranial Plating. That thing's dead. We're too kind of thick in a World of Bindings. Yeah, Cranial Plating not so good in a World of Bindings, though. Should I target the Patchwork Automaton? Alright, well, it's gonna play, so you'll get to hear it. Is that go bum? I'm turning it up, by the way. Alright, you ready? Valley of the Shadow of Death. Take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. It's like, it's so perfect too. This is like the best band that could possibly do this song. It's not even close, you know? You know, that's unheard of. Like, there's no better band to do this song. Ooh. Brands in the street light. Sleeping in the gangsta. Please don't make me put these in the stack, opponent. Thank you. Shout out to our opponent. To see them beginning of February. Who, Falling in Reverse? Or Ice Nine kills? I think Ice Nine is actually coming to my... Yeah, they're on tour, aren't they? I remember seeing that. I should go to this show. Oh, is FIR on tour too? Hold on, I'm going to the website that... Because I think... So there's Fit for a King on March 11th, which I could go to. Fit for a King, North Lane, and Alpha Wolf. That's a good show. But I thought there was an Ice Nine Kills show. I'm looking. I already bought tickets to August Burns Red. I thought they were... Maybe it's not, though. No, I guess not. Papa Roach, Hollywood Undead, and Escape the Fate. That's a really good show. I'm not, like, the biggest Papa Roach fan, but... Did I see Panic disbanded? No, I didn't see that. That sucks. Alright, they're playing Affinity. Yeah, August Burns Red is with, what was it? Let me go back, hold on. August Burns Red is touring with... What was the other act? Yeah, it was Bleed From Within and Devil Wears Prada. That's going to be a good show. Alright, Force of Vigor coming in. They just put out a garbage album and said peace. Was it that bad? Hollywood Undead's... I like Hollywood Undead. So Force of Vigor for sure. God, this song is so good. Explosives for Saga. I think that's it. Trim and Omnath. I could go down to 2 Omnath. Cut a Grazer, cut a Tef. Sounds Gucci to me. Endurance to get them? How exactly are we getting them? Ice was on tour last year with Motionless. Yeah, it was weird. I saw Motionless. I'm going to keep this. It was a one-off show, though. That was at DreamHack Dallas, so I don't think it was part of their tour because they didn't really play with anybody else. The opening act was, I think it was, their name was Jonathan Young, but it's not really like a... There was stuff that I'm into, but... Yeah, it was just like Motionless and just Motionless, basically. Damn it! Touche. Uptick, I guess. Soul Glow. This is Bring to Light Scapeshifts. Yeah, that makes sense. Motionless was so fucking good. It might be... That was one of the best shows I've ever been to. They're crazy live. I want to definitely go see him again. Wrenn Dig. What's up, Grok? Grok. Yeah, they do be popping off. Could be kind of sketchy. Announcement? There should be you can type exclamation point announcement. Really needed an untapped land there so I could go Dryad into Binding. But no land is kind of sketch. I mean, you could type the command. Yeah, there you go. Saw Motionless like 15 years ago in a small-ass venue. Yeah. Yeah, like, honestly, the DreamHack venue is not that big. I think I have a good video that'll show, because I was in the back. Let me find it. But surprisingly, the DreamHack venue was kind of small. Was it this? What is this concert? Oh, that was Glassjaw. So I think it was it after Glassjaw? What was this show? I don't even remember this show. Oh, this was like Moss to Flames, right? Yeah, that was that show. I go to so many shows. Yeah, this was Motionless. It was dope. I'm all in me. Such a good show. Am I dead? I have to chump block though, right? 8, 12, 14, 18. Oh, I'm just dead. Okay. Right, I'm just dead on board. All right, well, that happened. Sure. Okay, I'm gonna cut these engineered explosives. Although I guess nothing else would have really mattered that game. Alright, run it back. Got blasted. Yeah, the old EE for 7. Yeah, definitely a skill issue. Surprisingly, they didn't even play that many Horizons cards either. Believe it or not. Yes, that is correct, Grok. I've decided to make streaming a full-time thing, and I'm excited. You know, there's only been one thing I've only ever been good at one thing in life, and it's certainly not talking. Magic and interacting with chat. Oh, no, that's not it. Close, though. Close. I got your slug in the queue, James. That's true. I do talk when I interact with chat. Especially when I yell at chat. Yeah, exactly, you know. Like, it's not that... Again, I say this a lot. It's not that I, like, hate my job that I'm at right now. It's just not really rewarding or satisfying. It's just not... You know, I'm just not getting a lot out of it. And I thoroughly enjoy streaming. It's, like, my favorite thing in the world. Mortgage servicing. Should I kill this Springleaf Drum? I kind of like it. Might be a little too 5-head, but then I can E for 0. Kind of like it. This cuts them off mana. This means they can't play, like, a Frogmite or anything this turn. Like, in general against Affinity, you just want to keep them off as much stuff as possible. So I think I want to go Iteration here. Yeah, and then I can just play E for 0. Well, I lost to Murktide. So we're going to play the Breeding Pool this turn, put the Otawara in hand. Maybe the Plains is better. Yeah, I'm not really going to activate the Otawara anytime soon. I don't think there's a reason to play the Explosives here, because I'm not going to crack it. Hated your job so much, I accidentally went to grad school. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's not that it's like it's terrible or anything. I don't really get a ton out of it. Outside of money, which money's not everything. I would rather do something that I am super passionate about, that I love, and I like really actively want to wake up and do, and make less money than make good money doing something that I just don't really get any satisfaction out of, you know. Because as I always say, you only get one of these things they call life. Enjoy it while you can. Here comes the Saga Dance. Well, see, a lot of people fuck up. Most of the time, you're just not supposed to float mana. See if they do. We'll see what they do. Yeah, so, I mean, obviously it depends on what's in your hand, but most of the time you don't want to float mana, because in this case, if they had not floated mana, I probably still have to pop the Explosives to play on Needle, and then after that resolves, they can just make a token. Now, they might want to use their mana for other things, so maybe it's not even, you know, maybe they don't want to do that anyways, but it depends on your hand. It's just something to think about, you know? Don't just, like, instantly float mana because, you know, you're instinctually doing it. Anyone thinking Cacophony Scamp has great potential and Goblins are better than Mogfatic? Which one's Cacophony Scamp? Yeah, a lot of people just don't even think about that, you know? How good is Valki on this board? Probably go Uptick. Uptick is bad if they have Cranial Blading, though. Oh, it's this thing? I'm actually going to play this card in... I'm going to play this card in Pioneer Hammer, because it is a warrior, which is a very relevant creature type. I have some... Chat, you're gonna like the Hammer decks that I have. I have some really sick ideas for Pioneer Hammer, and I'm super excited for it. I think you're going to really enjoy those decks. So what can I bring to light here? Bring to light for Valki. Valki would go to 7 loyalty. Could get Omnath. Oh wait, I can BTL for Force of Vigor. Is that 5-head? Well, the issue is they can just regenerate with Jar. So if I'm killing the Saga in the Jar, which maybe that's good. Although if I kill Saga Jar, I don't really have a lot left. I think I'm just gonna get Tibalt. Just hope they don't have exactly Cranial Blading, because I have the EE to cover the Saga next turn. I plan on playing Standard at some point. I don't know exactly when I'm going to play Standard, but it is definitely going to be part of the rotation for sure. It's basically a draw 2 Fog. Well, it's better than that if they don't have Plating. If they don't have Plating, it's a draw 4, right? So I think it's just higher upside to get Tibalt. The other reason I want to get Tibalt is I just don't have a lot of gas left over. So if I just, like, get Saga or get Force and blow up these two, like, I don't really have much left, you know? Kind of low on resources. And Tibalt at least gets me 2 guaranteed cards. Could also hit a Midnight to chump block the Frogmite, which would be kind of funny. I can't cast that one. Not even close. Yeah, so the sick thing about this card, by the way, this scamp card that Grok was talking about. Oh, wrong thing. It is this. Wait, what am I doing? There it is. Clicking on the wrong link. So for those of you who don't know the card, it's this. So it's a 1-mana 1/1 creature type Phyrexian Goblin Warrior, but relevant creature types. When it deals combat damage to a player, you may sack it if you do proliferate, and when it dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. So there's a scenario where you go turn 1 Scamp. Ready? Turn 2 Sigarda's Aid, Colossus Hammer, lethal. Because you hit them for 10, assuming they don't have blocker. You hit them for 10, and then you sack it after it deals combat damage, and then you dome them for 10. So it's like, I am super excited. Also, it's a warrior for Resolute Strike, which is really important too. They're attacking me, not Valki. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun with Hammer. And specifically that card with Hammer. So I think we should maybe uptick Tibalt first to see what's up. Because I'm not going to downtick. I'm always upticking here. Okay. We almost have enough artifacts to turn on Dispatch. We have the explosives and the companion, but not quite enough. So I guess we can just cast Verdict. So we cast Verdict, they sack Jar to regen. Probably this. Yeah, that's fine. Then we can go play Grazer. Grazer's going to put in, I guess, a fetch land. Doesn't really matter. And I'm also not going to play the explosives here because I think they're going to get Pithing Needle and name Tibalt. And then I could just go EE on 1, pop the EE, and then ult the Tibalt, and then the game's over. So, that Verdict was a nice hit, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. I guess they can get Shadow Spear. They could put a lot of pressure on Tibalt here if they get Shadow Spear. I don't know if they can kill it, though. Because they have to deal 12 to Tibalt with the 3 toughness. Am I trying the Hammer combo in Pioneer? Yeah, I plan on trying it in Pioneer. I have some ideas. Some ideas brewing in the head. There's a couple payoffs for, not a lot, but a couple payoffs for Pioneer Hammer in the new set. There's like Kemba, which lets you equip to Kemba itself. It's like a core outfitter, basically. There's Jor, which is whenever it attacks, it gets like, I think it's plus X, where X is the number of equipments, and then if its power is 4 or greater, draw a card. It's a 2-mana 2/2. And then also they're both legendary, along with Skrelv, which lets you play with Mox Amber, which is just like, because you want to play these legends anyways, they're just good cards. So. Oh, right. I could have just played Plains from my hand. Yeah, I forgot that I could have tapped the Construct with Dispatch. Honestly, that might have been a better play. Well, it's going to have both, Seth. It's going to be like a mix of both. What do I think of the new Thrun? I mean, it costs 5 mana. I'm not like a huge fan of that card. It's probably fine, but yeah, they have to get Shadow Spear to pressure the Tibalt. Not the biggest fan of Thrun. I mean, it'll probably see some play, but I don't think it's making any waves. Okay, this is maybe bad. Okay, now they can kill Tibalt. Surely they kill Tibalt and not go after me, right? There's no fucking way they attack me this turn. Should have held up Dispatch, though. Yeah. So this is 13, so even if I block, it takes 10. They were still in a fine spot. You know, obviously I would have won the game on the spot if I had held up the Dispatch, but... what do I want to play the explosives on? 2 or 0? Close. I think 0. I guess I have, like, Dispatch to buy myself a turn. Speaking, do we have enough mana to do all the things we want to do? Can go... cast this for 6. Yeah, and then... oh, but I have to fetch Shock to do this. Is that fine? I think that's probably fine. Let's go play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we'll pass. Do we have enough mountains to shoot down the construct if we put in 0 and blow up the plating? Put in 0 and blow up the plating. What do you mean? Put in 0, blow up the plating? Oh, I don't have enough mountains in play, right? Like, I can't activate the Valakut. I only have one mountain in play. Yeah, it's a good draw. They might have had it last turn, but... Yeah, I would have just won this game if I'd held up Dispatch. That's on me. Put it on 2. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, kill the planing, block here, Valakut shoot it. Potentially. Yeah, see, this is bad, because now they just have plating plus Shadow Spear on the Thought Monitor. Damn, I would have won this game, too, if I just held up Dispatch. Tragic. Oh well, you live and you learn. You play Magic, you're gonna fuck up. It is modern. You play Magic, you are gonna fuck up. I think I'm holding lands, too, if I draw Dryad. Wait, wrong one. I'd buy a couple turns, but... yeah, like, we can tap it down for a turn, we can bounce something for a turn. We got a couple of turns. Is Scapeshift actually lethal? I don't know if we have enough mountains in our deck. Because there's 8 total mountains. So we only have 5 in our deck. I guess we have enough lands to just get 4. Do we have enough for 4 Valakuts? We probably do. Should bounce Leyline. Well, I can dispatch first, right? Is there a reason not to dispatch first? Does auto say opponent controls? No, you can bounce anything. You can bounce anything. So Scapeshift is lethal. Bring the Light's lethal. What else is lethal? Dryad is not lethal, but it's getting close. I mean, Dryad's probably lethal, right? We just gun down other shit. Various D's. So we'll play that. Now I could just bounce the Binding with Tef. What's this? Gonna cast Metallic Rebuke. Yeah, I accept. I accept. 1, 2, 3. I will pay. So, question. Do they have enough to make both of them lethal? They might, right? I guess they can't get both of them trample, so I can Binding whatever has trample and chump block the other one. That'll be good for next turn. So I think we just play out the Steam Vents and save the Omnath for next turn. We just definitely don't attack here. I know we're playing Modern, but I'm excited to see if having all the fast lanes available help explore strategies or beef up others in Pioneer. Yeah, for sure. There's like... So, the nice thing about the fast lands, and I've been saying this a lot, they are at their best in, like, aggressive decks that want to play different colored 1-drops. Or just, like, the Gruul deck, too, is a good example. Or, you know, there's, like, 3-color aggressive decks, like Greasefang. I think those really help out Greasefang. You know, the green-white one. Because they're playing the green-white pathway now, which is just, you know, so much worse than the other one. Couldn't we Leyline the Shadow Spear? Well, if I Leyline the Shadow Spear, I have to block both, right? The unexplored. Why do you have to be like that, Otter? I guess the other line is Binding Shadow Spear, trade Chump. Is that better? Because that actually gets a creature off the battlefield. Kind of like that, actually. I think I like that. Binding, kill Shadow Spear, trade here, chump here. And then if worse comes to worse, I have Otawara to not die for a turn. Not that I want an Otawara Thought Monitor, but do what you gotta do, right? Yeah, I think it makes Angels very good. Also, Boggles. Boggles is a deck that is heavily increased with the addition of Razor-Birch Thicket. That's a deck that was struggling with a 2-color mana base that was struggling. Nah, they're dead. We did it. We did the thing. Yeah, I mean, not the best gameplay. I'm with you, so I am with you. I even make it easier. How much damage can I deal? Deal so much damage. Definitely over 9,000. True to who I am. Yeah, I'm gonna play Dryad first. Oh, I could have played Dryad before fetching. I see what you're saying. Blue, green, red, black, white. I mean, I have Teferi in play, so I don't think it matters. Cast Scapeshifts. 1, 2, 4, 5. I'm just going to make sure I have enough to kill them. I'm going to get all the mountains, too. So they can't, like, oh, wait, no, this is worse, right? I just want to get all the mountains. No, this is fine. I don't know. I don't know if there's a way I can play around, like, some sort of... Is there a removal spell that can even play through Teferi here? I don't think there is, but... I know, I'm just trying to think of, like, I don't know, Otawara. I know they don't have enough for Otawara, but I'm just thinking out loud. It's irrelevant, right? You're just dead regardless. GG was close. GG's. Gonna make me click yes on all the Valakut triggers. Love to see it. I can channel a non-existent land. Yeah, I know. Well, they don't even have greed mana, so... Alright, 4-1. Only lost to Poop Tide. Classic Poop Tide. Or Sleeper Tide. Sleeper Tide is better. Ooh, Agent of Treachery. Pioneer staple. Alright, cool. Can you not always yes Valakut? I guess I could have, but I did it that way for some reason. Alright, that was Bring to Light Scapeshift. Let's pay out the prediction.